Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Buddy Mantra Highlights. If you're new to the podcast, here's the drill. This week and all our weeks, we shall be interviewing the very talented and enterprising winners of Buddy Mantra's very special Your Coach contest. Each month, we have a competition with the best and most innovative writing prompts we could get for writers like our guest today to get their ink on. And today, we have the sweet, kind, and extremely talented Miss Abha, an aspiring writer with an eye for the beauty of life, discovering it all through her hobby for photography. Miss Abha continues to inspire and intrigue with her thrilling creations. Welcome to Buddy Mantra Highlights, Abha. We are so glad to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Shreya. Thank you. It feels lovely being here with you. Thank
Awesome.
you.
So, Abha, please tell our audience a bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Abha, though I write in the name of Aura, which is the meaning of my real name. I was brought up in Bangalore, but settled from the past few years in Gujarat. I
Right.
I work in the electronic semiconductor industry,
Oh,
and I consider myself to be an ambivert.
right.
I I love traveling. I love mountains, beaches, and everything. And I'm kind of moody as a person. I'm very moody. In fact, my writings also, reflect my mood most of the time. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically about it. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, like every week, Buddy Mantra puts out a writing prompt on a specific genre on your quote that everyone writes on. And a few weeks back, actually quite recently, you won the Buddy Mantra Your Quotes contest. What was the
Yeah.
prompt that you got for the story, and what was the story that you wrote?
The prompt was, you have to write on a character who has no other option but to visit a palm reader. So you have to build up the story on that uh, thought. So, and the genre was mystery.
Right,
So, story that I wrote was about this a girl called Anamika. She's standing on near the mountains and looking at the view and everything, and she loves being there. And suddenly, she's pushed and she falls and she's dead. And that is when she wakes up from her dream. And it is like that. That she's been getting this nightmares for quite few months now. And she's also meeting her friend Sujata, who's a psychiatrist, whom she had met few months back, and they had hit off well. And that is when she'd also started getting these nightmares. So
right,
this lady Sujata is helping her with her nightmares, and she's asked her to record everything down, whatever she sees, whenever she has these dreams.
right,
So that night also, she tries to remember if there is anything new or out of the ordinary or something that she's missed during all this while. If she's not able to find anything, she's able to hear her own voice. So
right,
she's like
right,
very confused, and she calls up Sujata to let her know that she's again had the dream. But
right,
she tells her that she's gone for some meeting and conference, so she'll not be available for a couple of weeks. And till then, she has to, go on with the medications that has been given. And
right.
in the meantime, one of her school friends, her long old friends called Saloni, calls up, and she gets to know that she's been having these dreams again. And
Right.
Saloni believes in palmistry, so she kind of forces her to, go to a palm reader, thinking that psychiatrist has not been able to help, and there is no harm in going to a palm reader. So finally, Anamika kind of she gives in because there's no other option at that moment,
Right.
and they go visit a palm reader by the name of Ambika, who
Right.
sees her hand and says that whatever she's been dreaming has something to do with her past life. She's
Right.
either seeing herself die or someone else die, but her dream is all about her past life.
Right.
And she's also into hypnotism. So they make her go through hypnotism so that they get answers, and that is where the story ends, wherein Anamika is lying on the couch, and after being hypnotized, she's being asked questions about her past life. And when she's being asked who she was, she replies that she's Sujata, and she'd been with her friend to visit on a picnic to mountains, and that is where her friend Anamika, who was a psychiatrist, pushed her. That is how the
Oh.
story ends.
Oh wow, wow, that was so exciting. Thrillers are like quite possibly my favorite genre of reading, though I kind of
Yeah,
find myself a little poor in writing them. However, your story is truly so thrilling, and it keeps its readers on their toes at all times. Even with a small summary that you gave me right now, I am hooked. I am definitely gonna be, checking this
Thank
out on your code right now.
thank you so much.
Yeah. So, like, when did you start writing so wonderfully, and what has your journey been like with writing?
Actually, to be very frank, I've started writing stories only from the past year, from when I joined Your Code. I think before that, all I used to do was I used to write. I used to like gifting cards to people. So I used to write down wordings in the diaries. So I had like 2 3 diaries filled with all such wordings, and that is how I started forming my own wishes for people and writing them and gifting them cards. But after that, I think I would give the credit to Enid Blyton, because I think during my school days I've read all the famous five series, and
Right.
I used to go on a knuckle hitting spree, all over the walls in my house, and finding some hidden treasure. That is
I
where my
know.
my love for mystery was born. So, but I haven't actually written anything. In between, I was into all these fantasy and children's stories, so I never completed anything. It was only after joining Your Court and participating last year in their story writing month contest was when I actually completed writing 30 31 stories that month.
Wow,
So that was
wow,
all.
wow.
Otherwise, I've not been into.
That's truly so inspiring. And like your road to Enid Blyton, I'm sure that every writer, every reader has somewhere been inspired by Enid Blyton, especially the famous five
Yes,
series, as I
famous
remember
five
them.
series. Yeah,
Awesome.
famous pie and the wishing chair, and I don't know what. I've read like
I
most.
know, I know. I really, it just brings back so much nostalgia, so many memories now, like of hiding, beneath the bed sheet so that your mom won't catch you, and reading it with a
Yeah,
flashlight and everything.
flashlight, right.
I
It
know,
was
I
also
know.
fun.
Awesome, awesome. So, like the lockdown this past year has been both good and bad, and it seems like it has been extremely fruitful to you and your writing. But we've
Yeah.
spoken so much about it already. So, tell us a bit more. What else is it that you find yourself indulging in when you're free?
Most of the times, apart from writing, I think it's music. My uh, whole family is into it. I have it in my genes, kind of thing. Old Hindi music is what I love.
Right.
And apart from music, maybe photography is one thing. I wanted to be a nature photographer, a travel photographer, but I didn't actively work towards it actually when I had the time. And
Right,
now I
right.
kind of regret it. But I still love uh, going or traveling and clicking photographs.
Awesome,
And apart
awesome.
from that, maybe reading. I love reading, though I had a huge break in between 12 14 years where I kind of not read any fiction. But
Right, right.
yeah, I kind of started it again. So reading, music, photography. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Like you have such a wide, variety of passions and hobbies that you have indulged in. And like I am absolute, like I have left feet, if you could call it that, when it comes to photography. I can't even take good photos with my phone, so nature photography is completely out of the question for me. But I do share the same love with old Hindi music or old music in general. And yeah, awesome, awesome, that's so beautiful. So like if we just went
Music
on.
is always
Yeah, music is.
music. Yeah, always. I mean, it helps in writing as well. Photography and music is a kind of thing that it all depends on the mood. And since I'm so moody, it all kind of gets
Yeah.
together with the writing.
Yeah. True, true, very true. Like, I of course when I see photographers or photographs on Instagram or wherever, and like there's some of these photos which are so inspiring, or even if they're not inspiring, they don't move something in you. You feel tempted to write.
Right,
You feel compelled to write. And music, of
right.
course, has always been a catalyst for writing, I feel.
Totally, totally.
True. Awesome. So, well, if we just go on with these questions, we'd never end today. So, I for
Right.
one, so I for one have just two questions. My first question
Okay.
is, if you had to suggest one book for anyone to read, which would it be and why?
One book, I think that's actually very difficult. for me to suggest one book because I myself, as I
Mhm.
said, that I had a long break in between.
Yeah.
So I think after my school and Enid Blyton days, all that I had read was Milton Boons for a long period of time. I was a sucker for Milton Boons stories at that period of time, in my college. But
Correct.
later on, I think I started with Sidney Sheldon and such mystery stories only. I cannot pick up one book, but lately I've been reading Jeffrey Deva. I just finished one of his short stories book last week. So I think at this point of time, if I have to suggest, I will suggest Jeffrey.
Awesome,
That is
awesome. Like,
one.
I do, like, I relate so much to the part where you said that there was a huge period of time where you just read Mills and Bones, because it's so
Yeah,
easy to read, and it is interesting though,
yeah.
you know.
It is interesting, and it is. I think I would call it those fairy tales, bedtime fairy tale stories. It is the same thing, a happy ending, and everything is happily ever after.
Exactly,
It is just
exactly.
it's just an adult version of a
Exactly. Yeah, true,
bedtime
true.
story.
And
Yeah, but I used to love that.
it's like, you have these elaborate thought out storylines in big books and novels, which writers have like thought about a lot and then written.
Yeah,
And then you have Mills and Bones, which have like every genre, every theme explored, and
correct.
you can just choose
Whether
your
it is
fantasy.
medical,
Yeah.
correct, medical, old, historical, the English histories, everything. But the whole
Yeah.
thing is in the romance genre. So
Yeah,
it was
true, true, true. It's just so easy to pick one up and
easy
read.
to,
And even if you like don't have a habit of reading, you can just pick a book up and read. And to
yeah,
build up
and you
from
can
that,
relate also.
yeah, yeah, relate.
Relate also most of the time.
And then like how you built up from that, right? You went from Mills and Bones to then Sydney Sheldon and now Jeffrey Deaver. That's what we are hoping for when you start reading Mills and Bones or
Right.
easy books. You want to go into that whole world, and it's
Correct. And it
awesome.
was mostly suggested by my sister. She's an avid reader, actually. She's read most
Right,
of the books. And
right,
she was the one
right,
who suggested Jeffrey Deaver because she knows my liking towards mystery. So
right, right.
that is how I started.
Wonderful, wonderful. I believe that you don't just have a liking for mystery, you write mystery very well too, at least based on the summary that you gave right now.
I'm like
And
totally, I just love mysteries. I mean, I don't know, even whether even not just as a topic or not only in writing. I love mysteries in people also. Till
wow.
I solve that mystery, I'm fine. And
Wow.
then I kind of move on.
I
So
think as a writer, it's very like, it comes with the territory to have a mystery for people and the world. And it's beautiful that you have that. And like, I, for one, have had my eye on Jeffrey Deaver for quite some time now. And like, after your opinion on his books, on Sydney Sheldon and all, I shall definitely be checking them out soon. And we could
oh, you
continue.
have fun.
Yeah, sure, sure. Well, like, we could continue all day, but our time is running out. So my second
Right,
and
right.
final so my second and final question for you, Abha, is if you had to give one piece of advice for everyone in the world right now, what would it be?
Mhm. For everyone in the world right now, I think at this moment, I think it will be to live and let live. For me at least, because I have been surrounded by so many judgmental people all around most of my life. I feel you need that breathing space. Give space to people, agree to disagree,
True,
and live and let live. I think, yeah, that will be
true,
the
true.
bottom line. Bottom line is live and let.
True. Not just like normal day to day life. I believe, like, with the whole social media culture out there and people taking
Yeah,
offense for even the smallest things. Uh,
smallest of things, right?
yeah, yeah. Like what you said, living and letting others live is the best thing that we can do right now. And
Correct. I mean, and I feel it's so easy to just you do not agree to something, then just disagree and move on. It's not necessary for you to agree to everything, and vice
exact,
versa. Not
exact,
everything you do will be agreeable for people around you. But then we need to learn to let go. That's
exactly,
what I feel
exactly.
most
So
of the
wonderful. Thank you so much for that. So, like, now we're done with the deep and serious round with all the soul searching questions. So, let's move on to our more
time.
fun rapid fire round. Are you ready for that, Abha?
Yeah. Not really, but I'll give my best.
Awesome, awesome. So, in this round, I ask you five consecutive questions and you have to answer me as quick as possible. Okay?
Okay. Oh,
So your first question is, if you had to eat one thing for every meal going forward, what would you eat?
idli.
Okay, awesome.
I love
What?
it. Yeah, that is one thing I can.
Awesome. What's your hidden talent?
Hidden talent.
Hmm.
Uh, I would say singing.
Oh,
So my family doesn't agree to it. My sisters think that I should not sing even in my mind. That's a
I
different story.
I think that's all
But I,
siblings.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like do not sing, don't sing even in your mind. But yeah, I love.
Awesome, awesome.
That's a
So,
hidden talent.
okay, so your third question. If someone were to play you in a movie, an actor were to play you in a movie, who would you want it to be?
Alia,
Oh,
I love her, man.
awesome.
Yes,
Me
Alia
too.
Bhatt.
She's a wonderful actor. Okay.
Yes.
What's one thing about you that surprises people?
I think my voice. Many of them have told me I sound manly. I have a manly voice. I don't
I
know. The
I
people
don't
who
think so. I would
I don't know.
disagree
I
with
mean,
that.
the the kind of work I do, I am involved with many vendors and stuff. Calling people and in
Right.
my work profile. So many of them automatically call me Mister. So I
Oh,
think yeah,
right, right.
maybe my voice.
I for one disagree with that. You've got a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that like even your sister is wrong about your singing. I'm sure you sing
Singing,
beautifully.
right? I know. I should.
uh,
Totally. I
okay.
need to take to hear this.
So knowing what you know now, this is my last question, okay?
Mhm.
Knowing what you know now
Okay.
about yourself, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Not to overthink. I think I am the biggest overthinker in the world. I feel I overthink about a lot of things, and 50% of the time it doesn't turn out to be true. But having known that, also I can't stop myself from overthinking. I have that
Right,
anxiety issues. So
right,
if I have
true.
to tell something to my 18-year-old self, it'll be like down the line, it's all gonna be fine. So don't
Yeah.
don't overthink so much.
I
I've
feel
missed out on
like,
so many things only because of that. I've missed out
yeah.
on so
I
many things.
feel like being
Yeah,
around
that's
18
one.
to 20 myself, I feel like you're giving that advice to me because I also overthink a lot. So thank you so
Have
much
fun,
for
man.
that.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Awesome, awesome. So, like, we are all done with the rapid fire, and with that, we come to the end of today's episode. Again, thank you so much for joining us, Abha.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Shreya. Thank
To our listeners, you can now stream and listen to Buddy Mantra highlights wherever you listen to all your podcasts from. We put out episodes every Wednesday and Sunday. Just type in Buddy Mantra and you shall find us. This was your host Shraya with our very special guest for today, Miss Abha. And I shall be seeing you guys next week. Till then, stay safe, take care, and keep listening to Buddy Mantra highlights.